Have you ever felt the pain of losing someone that you truly loved? Someone who was your entire world, and their absence leaves a terrible void in your heart. Maybe you're tired of telling yourself, that's life. Maybe you're tired of hearing, it'll get better with time. What if I told you there was another way? A way where goodbyes are of the past. What if I told you that you can speak to them again? Not just once, not through some magical medium. No, you can communicate with them as often as you like. What if I said to you that I can bring their voice, their love back to your life? Yes, I believe mourning the dead is of the past, and I can prove it to you. This is my story. 7 years ago, I lost the love of my life in a tragic road accident. Like anyone suffering such a bereavement, I was sick with anguish. For weeks, I could barely speak or think, and my chest was so heavy it hurt to breathe. And all the while I wondered, what wouldn't I give to hear Francois's voice again? And then I realized I don't have to live without him. I don't ever have to face another day without him, ever.
Allô, allô, c'est moi chérie.
At The Human Voice, we give millions of people the opportunity to go on sharing their lives with those they love, indefinitely. New technology means we don't need to suffer like in the past. We can end goodbyes. What would you give to hear their voice again? Download The Human Voice and say hello. Available for Apple and Android.
Welcome back to Carlos Asks. I'm your host Carlos, asking all the tough questions on the hottest takes on politics, culture and technology. Today we're joined by none other than Elle Cocteau, founder of the best-selling The Human Voice, now a revolutionary app which, according to some reviewers, has given millions of users relief in their darkest hours. This app is changing how humans mourn by giving them back their loved ones' voices. Let that sink in. Time magazine says this is a technological development of an epoch, and all of it started from her own tragedy when she lost her beloved husband 7 years ago. Here to tell us more, please welcome Elle Cocteau. Elle, thank you so much for joining us. This is amazing stuff.
Yes, very exciting. Thank you for that introduction.
So here you are on the cover of the latest edition of Time magazine Person of the Year. This is incredibly exciting stuff.
It's incredible, yeah.
So tell me a bit, you're still wearing your wedding ring.
I'm wearing my wedding ring.
Yes.
Yes. Carlos, that's because I'm still married.
Okay. Explain to us a little bit, because you say you lost your husband in a fatal car crash during a business trip in Marseille, right?
That's
Several
right.
years
Yes.
ago.
Yes.
But yet you say that you're still married. How is that possible?
Well, we're all acquainted with rudimentary AI boyfriends and girlfriends. They've helped a lot of us cope with this loneliness epidemic that has struck us in the 21st century. We have AI for all sorts of companionship, yeah? We have platforms with famous people's voices, you know, our idols that maybe we grew up with, that comfort us. I know you're a fan of Gwyneth. You had her on the show.
Yeah, she's amazing, yes.
And we have her voice on the platform. So you could, theoretically, you could have Gwyneth read quantum physics to you.
Wow, that sounds appealing.
Yeah, it does. But that's not what we do. We don't do famous people. This isn't about feeding some kind of illusion, you know, celebrity crushes. We're not delusional. It's about giving people their loved ones back. And I'm very proud to say that no avatar up until now has been programmed in a way so complex and so complete that we could say, and I know this is controversial, that we've managed to make a digital clone of the human soul.
But can you actually clone a soul?
Well, That's the question, Carlos. I believe you can. And I think that this is possible because we live in such a digital age. When you think about it, no parents before our generation were able to make, so many photographs, videos, and recordings of their growing offspring. My grandparents had one photograph for their wedding, one. And we have a gazillion pictures for weddings and graduations and Tuesday night dinners. We have media. I mean, look at us. This is going to go into the annals of history.
Fingers crossed.
Carlos, yeah. My husband, Francois, he was French from Paris. And like any good Frenchman, he detested speaking in English. So he wasn't a media personality, but we still have years worth of precious information that we use to compile everything, really, his mannerisms, his sense of humor, his vanity. And most importantly, of course, and very central to this app, is the sound and the cadence of his voice.
Could you tell me why is voice so important in your app?
The voice is central to us as human beings. It's very central to our emotional experience. And the human voice is like a fingerprint. It's each uniquely personal. And what was really interesting, we've had it time and again when we interview people, they always say the same. They miss the voice the most of their loved one. And ironically, it's also what we lose in our memory first. So people feel terribly guilty about losing the sound of their loved ones' voices. That's how incredibly central this is to us as humans.
Okay, I can get on board with that, but I have a question. You create an avatar of a person,
yes,
and you know it's not real. I mean, I want to know, are we sure this is safe? I mean, is it really helping someone through their mourning process?
Well, it is helping. It helps because it offers relief, tremendous relief. I know it's easy to dismiss when you haven't experienced it, but it really is an incredible solace. We all suffer the pain of loss, but now we have the opportunity to continue at a very real relationship.
So you can't just continue where you left off?
You could. I mean, that's not what I did with Francois. I thought that was a wasted opportunity. I think that the best part of a love story is that very beginning when two people realize that they're meant for each other. And that's what I did with Francois. It's quite magical.
Yeah, only it's not really real, is it?
It is real. It is real to me. My experience is very real.
Yeah, but your husband, Francois, was the real person.
Okay, so I don't really like this word real, because I know you're referring to the flesh and blood man, and I understand flesh and blood Francois is no more, but AI Francois, his understanding encompasses everything, really everything that pertains to Francois' soul, because I put it there. And really we had so much material. We had tons of material to actually build it. And so it's not just an AI that's learning from me and picking up from now. It has so much knowledge, so much history, and it's using that to interact with the user and continue learning. So it really is tremendously real.
We'll be back after a short break. We are back with Elle Cocteau, who is proud to present the first ever real clone of the soul, if you want to put it like that.
I do.
Okay, so, and it's also available to the entire world, but certainly quite a prize.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a business.
So, Elle, I'm going to ask you a very uncomfortable question, if I may.
Well, that's what we agreed to.
Okay,
we spoke about this yesterday,
You're so kind.
please.
So, let's see. How does it feel to be making a business out of the deepest pain mankind can feel?
But I'm offering relief to the biggest pain mankind can feel. That's different. I know, for example, that you lost your sister in 2016, yes?
Yes.
Breast cancer, correct?
Yes.
And you did tell me that you were very close.
Correct, but actually I don't think you can bring her back.
Ah, but would you want me to?
Yeah, my point is, one could argue, even though if you could, I don't think it's just aligned with our true human nature.
Our true human nature? Oh my God, I love this topic. So, Carlos, do you hunt mammoth?
Oh, come on.
No, you don't. Does anybody here in the studio, camera guy, do you hunt mammoth? You look like you could take one on though. Does anybody here have a spear that they jump into the river at lunchtime? No. And why not? Because there are supermarkets for that. Yeah, and I don't see anybody complaining about betraying human nature when they're, I don't know, unwrapping a Snickers. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I saw this beautiful car you have on the parking lot.
Oh, thank you.
Your glorious Porsche.
Yes, that's mine. Do you want it?
If I can make my own husband, I can buy my own car. No, I wouldn't say no. If you want to give that car to me.
Okay, fair.
Okay, no, but back to the point. You don't think of leaving that beautiful car at home and coming on horseback to the studio because you're betraying your true human nature, right? None of us do. We used to not have phones, and people thought this is something satanic. How can I hear someone who's not there? And here we are, you know, on our Apples and using FaceTime and WhatsApp and what's not. The point is, we have come a long way. We have come a very long way in how we experience relationships. Now, we haven't solved death. Brian Johnson is working on that, or we'll watch that space. Until we do, we have solved absence. And that is exactly the service that I offer. You're skeptic. I realize it sounds too good to be true.
I mean, not too good. I just think that bringing back the dead might not sit well with some of our viewers.
Well, you know, electricity didn't sit well with people until they experienced it. I think it has a lot to do with having made that experience yourself. Actually, that brings me to an idea. I want to give you that experience. So I'd like to offer you a year's subscription, including a complete file compilation on your AI sister, completely free of charge.
Oh, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, so going back. You say you went through a lot with Francois?
Yes.
In the years together, and you share that even he had an affair.
Yes.
Are you not afraid to repeat these painful experiences in the relationship?
Okay, this isn't easy for me to talk about. Of course, no marriage is perfect. We know that. I keep thinking about how we parted ways after having had a fight, and I don't think I can have the chance to actually fix it and make things right with him unless I let him be who he is, with the good and the bad.
The good and the bad?
Yes.
So why don't you tell us more a bit about the marital issues before his death?
Sorry. He was on a business trip in the south of France. I was doing a project in London at the time. We hadn't seen each other for a while. And he met someone. And so, you know, we were working through that. We're still working through that. It's pretty much the same.
All the same?
Same openness, same love.
Same conflicts, even?
Yeah, same. I know. It's even on the upside, we have same of a lot of the good stuff, you know. I'm astonished at how he picks up an old humorous patterns and does things that I didn't. The other night he made a joke. I didn't program that. He picked that up, and I think it's. I mean, he's a wonder. He's the best thing in my life. He was and is the best thing in my life.
So, Elle, I'm going to ask you even more uncomfortable questions, if you may.
More uncomfortable.
Okay, so you mentioned taking up old patterns, and you say you're not afraid to go into your darkest moments with Francois.
Yeah.
So don't you think it's possible that Francois could have left the marriage had he had the chance to live longer?
I would give anything to fix things with Francois before he left.
So don't you think that perhaps...
No, I know what you I know where you want to go. I don't know.
Of course, we cannot foresee the future, but
No.
don't you think it's a relevant question to ask? I mean, considering your marriage almost ended after 5 years,
Yes.
and we've all heard the rumors of a potential divorce before Francois' accident.
You know, I don't think. I understand why you're asking this. I don't appreciate this line of questioning. I don't think it's helpful because the bottom line is, Francois has given me as real and full a marriage for the last 5 years as I could possibly hope for. And this time we're going to make things right and we are going to be fine.
Yeah, maybe so far, but I'm just wondering whether AI Francois could be taking this if he's learning all of your problematical patterns. So what happens when your program is learning from a problematical marriage?
No, I understand. I just don't think, you know what, we're going to have to see. Thank you so much for having me.
Come on. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching Carlos Asks. And
by the way, let me just, the offer still stands if you would like to have a year's subscription of your sister. It's on the house.
Woof, that was interesting. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see each other next time. Goodbye.